Counterclockwise, huh?
Yeah, on this one.
Counterclockwise winding.
This one's clockwise.
Oh, you have to wind it up in two separate places?
Yeah, one's for the chimes and one's for the clock. The springs, you know. And I would probably wind it up at least once a week.
So, when you wind it up, does the pendulum have to be stopped?
No.
Oh, so that's the...
So now this,
right there.
if I stop it for traveling, you put it, slide it in here
Oh, for if you're taking it somewhere?
so it doesn't move around. You just pull it in like that. And that's what I did when I brought it. So you see that opening right there?
Yeah.
And then you take it out. This is the thing that I make it work. You know, if I'm out of sequence, I can bring it back into sequence, which I'm out of sequence now because it's telling me it's 12:30, but I can go all the way around. So you just hit this.
The only time it would really ever get out of sequence if
If the clock stops or if the chime spring stops the chimes and you continue telling time, then your chimes would be out of sequence and you can go in here. Because right now I'm going to go ahead back to 12. Okay, this pad is original, has never been changed. The thing that hits here. Of course, if you take this off, you know, and have to replace it, you'd have to go to some place that's got those pads. But
Have you had to
after all
adjust
these
it?
years, it's never been changed out.
have you had to adjust it? Ever?
Nope. So simple, I guess, that it has never failed, you know. It's never gone kaput.
Have you ever taken this thing apart?
No, I have never done it. I wouldn't do it either unless you went to a specialist, you know, that deals with these kind of clocks. Because El Paso has a place called Clog Manor or something like that. It's on Montana. And they have hundreds of these things with the standing grandfather clocks, and they do the repairs and things like that. I wouldn't, you know, I'd go to some place like that that specializes.
Alright, let me try it. This one here, huh?
Yeah. See, I reach in there from the back because I could feel for it. I don't need to see it. I can feel it and then hit it. Go ahead. I can reach in here and feel it where it is.
How long has this clock been in the family? About. Who got it, do you think?
I think Herman, you know, Bernice and Herman probably did.
So your grandmother, probably in the 20s?
I don't know. All I know, it was there when think it went 12, did it?
Oh, I don't know.
You had to get the proper time. I got 12:17. And just move it. That's it.
That's it?
You know, if you get ambitious one day, you might buy some stain that would sort of match this.
How many of these keys are there?
Okay, here's another key which I never used. Okay, what I used that for once was set the speed, you know, like right here.
Oh, that's the speed setting. Huh?
But I never had to mess with it, you know, after that. But this doesn't fit. This slide don't fit the. I don't know where it came from, but it's. See, it's.
Oh, it's supposed to do both, double duty.
But it slips. I think it's worn out. But this one's okay. This one fits in here. And you can turn it and adjust the time, but you don't, I don't think you need to because it keeps a real good time.
Yeah. How often do you have to wind it?
It's supposed to be a 7-day clock, but I wound it like once a week, like every 5 days or something.
And
But I mean, if you wait, then it'll just slow down the chime. The chime will get real slow. It'll be like it'll chime once and then it'll be
delay.
10 seconds and then it'll do it again. But if you wind it up, it'll chime boom, boom, boom.
That's the windy, this one here is for the chime,
I
right?
think it is. I don't know which one. I never really figured out which side does the chime, but because when I think it's this side here, but when I wind them, I just wind them both at the same time. I don't wind just one of them.
So 7 days for both.
Yeah.
Okay.
What time is it?
12:30. So it's
Okay. So about a minute fast. And that's it. You stop it. And then restart it without reaching in there. You could just lift this one side up and it'll start again.
wow.
That way you don't have to go reach inside and make it work. I'm trying to think, when we moved together, we were 6 years old, I guess, because we started the first grade, so that would probably have been 47 that we moved in.
Close to 30th and Dolores, is that
Yeah.
in San Francisco?
Yeah, 31 to 39 and 5, 44, 6, 45, because I would have been 6. Because then we started first grade there at 6 years old. And this clock was already there at the house. And like I told you, I don't know how the move was made or who moved what and how long it took them to move everything in, but when we moved there, I don't even know what my parents did with us, you know. I don't even remember how they moved everything and where they moved it all and how they moved it over there.
From Castro Valley.
Yeah. And then same with, now I don't know if Bernice and Herman already had that house and then we just moved in with them. They could have, I don't know. But this clock was already there, so. And there's no telling how long they had this clock. I have no idea. But we know that it was at least 1945 that they had this.
Okay. Where'd you find it? And what year did you find it? And where was it?
Well, Bernice, the last time I saw her, She was in a location, you know, an apartment complex.
Like the one I live in, one of those old Victorian kind of apartment complexes?
Yeah, but I can't remember where it was, because she lived, okay, the first time
I thought it was Valencia or something.
The first time I went over there with you and Sharon, I think you, was on Sancho Street.
Sanchez, yeah.
Okay, the next time I saw her, she was in a different place by herself. And then I visited her, and I can't remember if I asked her about this clock where it was, or if I saw it and I said, how come you're not using it or whatever. And that's when she told me that I put it away because I can get it started, but it'll only it'll only keep time for like 5 minutes and it'll stop. She said you didn't know how, why, or anything. And she said if I wanted it and could fix it, I could have it.
And it was up on the mantle?
No.
No, she had it stored?
Yeah, I think she
it wasn't
did.
working?
I think she had it stored. She had it somewhere, I can't remember quite where it was at, but. And then I asked her about the back, and she said that she never could find where the back was.
Hmm.
So I took it without the back, and then when I got it home, I looked at it, and I saw when I showed you that that thing was in the slot, and that's the reason it didn't work, is because it was.
So I see, yeah.
It was pushed into that slot, and then the weight was laying down on the floor of this, I think, or maybe the weight was on there, and somebody had just shoved it in there because they moved it, you know, and didn't want it to be slapping around. But she didn't know that, and so I discovered that when I got it home, and it started working. It worked ever since.
What year was that, about 70?
Well, it would have been in the early 70s or late 60s.
And was it in an attic? I remember it was, when I was a kid, it was really crusted with oil and
Yeah.
dust.
And I didn't do anything except take hot water and just wipe it down and wiped off. To me, it seemed like it was all a bunch of sweat, but it's like you said, it was dust probably collected over the years, you know. And what I did was just wipe it down. I didn't put any finish or varnish or any stripper or anything on it. I just hot water and a rag and wiped all that dirt off of it, and that's it. And then I haven't touched it since, and it's still nice and clean and smooth. Well, it didn't stop.
Works well.